My child, have you ever found yourself at the end of your strength, when the weight of the world feels too heavy to bear? In those moments of deep vulnerability, where every breath seems like a battle, do you wonder if there's anything left to hold on to? If you've ever felt like you're barely hanging on, I want you to know that you're not alone. There is a strength beyond your own, a power that sustains you when you can't go any further on your own. Type strength in the comments below as we journey into these words of comfort and reassurance. And let's discover together how, in your weakest moments, you can find the strength to rise again. My beloved child, it is not in your power or your might that true strength is found, but in your willingness to recognize your limitations. The world around you may tell you to push harder, to fight through the pain, to never show weakness. Yet, I tell you a different truth. It is in your weakness that my strength is perfected. When you come to the end of yourself, you find the beginning of me. Acknowledging your weakness is not a sign of defeat, but a gateway to divine empowerment. It is the first step toward experiencing my strength in a profound and transformative way. When you admit that you cannot do it on your own, you open the door for me to step in and be the strength you need. This is the place where true power begins, not in your own efforts, but in your surrender to my all-sufficient grace. Do not be afraid to admit your weaknesses, my child. Do not hide them or pretend they do not exist. When you are willing to lay down the facade of self-sufficiency, you create space for my power to work in you and through you. It is in this vulnerability that you will find a strength that surpasses all understanding. You are not meant to carry the burdens of life alone. I am here, ready to bear them with you, ready to be your strength in every situation. I want you to know that I am not disappointed in your weakness. I do not see it as a flaw or a failure. Instead, I see it as an opportunity to draw you closer to me. Your weakness is a reminder that you are human and that you need me every moment of every day. It is a reminder that I am God and that my strength is limitless. So, come to me with your weakness. Do not be ashamed of it. Do not hide it or push it down. Instead, bring it to me and let me be the strength that you need. Let me show you what it means to rely on my power rather than your own. When you do, you will discover a strength that is unshakable, a strength that is not dependent on your circumstances or your abilities. Remember, my child, that my power is made perfect in weakness. When you are weak, then you are strong, not because of anything you have done, but because of what I am doing in you. Trust in me, and you will find that my strength is more than enough to sustain you, no matter what you face. This is the first step toward true strength. Acknowledging your weakness and allowing me to be your all-sufficient God. My beloved, when life overwhelms you and desperation sets in, it is not a sign of failure, but an invitation to surrender. In those moments when you feel like you are drowning, when every breath is a struggle, remember that I am with you, ready to lift you out of the depths. Your desperation is not the end. It is the beginning of a divine encounter with me. Surrender is not a word that the world values. The world tells you to fight, to resist, to never give up control. But I tell you that true strength and hope are found in surrendering to me. When you lay down your struggles, your fears, and your burdens at my feet, you open the door for my sustaining power to flow into your life. It is in the act of letting go that you make room for my peace, my strength, and my hope to fill you. Do not be afraid to surrender, my child. Surrender is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous act of faith. It is an acknowledgement that you cannot do it on your own and that you need me. When you surrender, you are not giving up. You are giving over your worries, your pain, and your doubts to the one who is able to carry them for you. I know that in your desperation, it can feel like you are losing control. But I want you to understand that you were never meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. That burden belongs to me. When you surrender, you are not losing control. You are placing it in my hands, where it belongs. And in my hands, your burdens are transformed. What once felt overwhelming becomes manageable. What once seemed hopeless becomes filled with promise. In your moments of deepest desperation, I am closest to you. When you surrender, you allow me to move in ways that you cannot imagine. I take your brokenness and turn it into something beautiful. I take your despair and fill it with hope. I take your weakness and replace it with my strength. This is the power of surrender, the power to exchange your burdens for my sustaining grace. My child, let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the fear that keeps you holding on to what is weighing you down. Surrender it all to me, and watch as I work in your life. I am the God who brings hope out of despair, who brings life out of death, who brings light out of darkness. Trust in me, surrender to me, and you will find a hope that is unshakable, a strength that is beyond understanding, and a peace that surpasses all comprehension. My beloved, I see the burdens you carry, the worries that weigh you down, the fears that keep you up at night, the struggles that drain your strength. You were not meant to carry these alone. I invite you to make a divine exchange. Trade your burdens for my strength. This is not just a poetic idea. It is a profound truth that can transform your life. When you bring your burdens to me, you are not just casting them into the void. You are placing them into the hands of the one who is infinitely capable of handling them. In return, I offer you my strength, a strength that is unwavering, unshakable, and inexhaustible. This exchange is not a fair trade by the world's standards. It is a gift of grace, given out of my deep love for you. I want you to understand that your burdens are not too heavy for me. There is nothing you are carrying that I cannot bear. Whether it is the weight of guilt, the pressure of responsibility, or the pain of loss, I am here to take it from you. When you release these burdens into my care, you create space in your heart and mind for my strength to take root. You allow me to fill you with the power and peace that only I can give. This divine exchange is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process. Each day you have the opportunity to bring your burdens to me, to lay them down, and to receive my strength in return. This is how you are sustained, day by day, moment by moment, through the constant flow of my grace into your life. Do not hold on to your burdens, my child. Do not believe the lie that you must carry them alone. I am here, ready and willing to take them from you. All you need to do is come to me, open your heart, and let go. The moment you do, you will feel the weight lift, and you will experience the freedom that comes from living in my strength. This exchange is not just about removing your burdens. It is about transforming your entire life. As you trade your worries for my peace, your fears for my courage, your doubts for my assurance, you will begin to see life through new eyes. You will experience a joy that is not dependent on circumstances, a peace that transcends understanding, and a strength that enables you to face whatever comes your way. My beloved, this is my promise to you. When you bring your burdens to me, I will give you rest. When you trade your weakness for my strength, you will be renewed. And as you live in this divine exchange, you will discover the fullness of life that I have planned for you. Trust in me, make the exchange, and let my strength sustain you. My dear child, I know the depths of despair that you sometimes find yourself in. The moments when darkness seems to close in, when hope feels distant, and when the weight of the world is too much to bear. But I want you to know this, even in the deepest pit, I am there with you. My presence is unfailing, my love is unending, and my strength is more than enough to sustain you. Despair can feel like a suffocating fog, blinding you to my presence and deafening you to my voice. But even when you cannot see me or hear me, I am with you. I have never left you, not for a moment. In your lowest points, I am closest to you, holding you, comforting you, and whispering words of hope into your heart. You are not alone, my child, for I am your ever-present help in times of trouble. When despair threatens to overwhelm you, it is easy to believe the lie that you are abandoned, that no one cares, that there is no way out. But I tell you the truth. I am with you in your despair, and I am working in ways that you cannot see. I am the God who brings beauty from ashes, who turns mourning into joy, and who gives you a garment of praise for a spirit of heaviness. Your despair does not disqualify you from my love. It does not mean that you have failed or that you are beyond hope. On the contrary, it is in your moments of deepest despair that I am most powerfully at work in your life. I am the God who meets you in the valley, who walks with you through the fire, and who brings you safely to the other side. In the depths of your despair, I want you to remember my promises. I have promised never to leave you nor forsake you. I have promised to be with you always, even to the end of the age. I have promised that nothing can separate you from my love. Not trouble, not hardship, not even despair. These promises are your anchor in the storm, your light in the darkness, and your strength in weakness. When you are in despair, do not turn away from me. Run to me, cling to me, and let me hold you in my arms. I am your refuge, your fortress, and your deliverer. In my presence, you will find the peace that you so desperately need, the comfort that your heart longs for, and the strength to keep going. My beloved, know that your despair is not the end of the story. I am writing a new chapter for you, one filled with hope, with joy, and with my unshakable presence. Trust in me, even in the depths, and you will discover that I am with you, now and always. I will never let you go, and I will never stop loving you. In your despair, you will find my unfailing presence. My beloved, in a world that is constantly moving, where chaos seems to reign, and where noise fills every moment, I call you to something different. I call you to stillness. It is in the quiet, in the pause, in the moments of silence that you will find my strength. When everything around you is in turmoil and your soul feels weary, come to me and be still. Stillness is not the absence of movement, but the presence of peace. It is the deliberate choice to stop striving, to cease from your endless activity, and to rest in my presence. When you are still, you make room for me to move in your life. You open your heart to my peace, which surpasses all understanding, and you allow my strength to fill you. I know that stillness can be difficult. The world tells you that you must always be doing something, always be achieving, always be moving forward. But I tell you this, there is power in stillness. When you quiet your mind and calm your spirit, you position yourself to hear my voice, to feel my presence, and to receive my strength. In the stillness, you will find that I am God. You will remember that I am in control, that I am working all things together for your good, and that I am with you in every moment. Stillness is an act of trust, a trust that I am who I say I am, and that I will do what I have promised. When you are still, you acknowledge that you are not in control, but that I am, and that my plans for you are good. My child, do not fear the stillness. Embrace it. Seek it out. In the stillness, you will find rest for your soul, peace for your mind, and strength for your journey. It is in the quiet moments that I speak to you, that I guide you, and that I pour out my love upon you. When life is chaotic, when everything seems to be falling apart, come to me and be still. Stillness is not a withdrawal from life, but a return to the source of life. It is in the stillness that you are reminded of who I am and who you are in me. It is in the stillness that you find the strength to face whatever lies ahead. When you are still, you are not abandoning your responsibilities. You are preparing yourself to fulfill them with my strength and my wisdom. My beloved, let go of the need to always be in motion. Let go of the fear that if you stop, everything will fall apart. I am the one who holds all things together. In the stillness, you will find that I am enough, that my grace is sufficient, and that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Come to me, be still, and know that I am God. In your stillness, you will find the strength and peace that your soul longs for. My beloved child, in your moments of weakness, when the world seems too heavy to bear and your strength is spent, I want you to hold on to my promises. My word is filled with assurances that are meant to anchor your soul, to give you hope, and to remind you that you are never alone. When you feel like you are at the end of your rope, my promises are the lifeline that will sustain you. One of my greatest promises is this: I will never leave you nor forsake you. This is not just a comforting thought. It is a powerful truth. No matter how dark your circumstances may seem, no matter how weak you feel, I am with you. My presence is constant. My love is unwavering, and my strength is available to you at all times. You do not have to walk through your challenges alone, for I am by your side, holding you up and carrying you through. Another promise to hold on to is my assurance that my grace is sufficient for you. My child, my grace is not just a passive sentiment. It is an active force in your life. It is the power that enables you to endure, to persevere, and to rise above your weaknesses. My grace meets you in your place of need and fills you with my strength. When you feel like you cannot go on, remember that my grace is enough. It will sustain you, empower you, and carry you through. I have also promised that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. This means that your moments of weakness are not times of failure, but opportunities for my power to be displayed in your life. When you are weak, then you are strong, not because of anything you have done, but because of what I am doing in you. My strength is more than enough to meet your every need, to overcome every obstacle, and to bring you through every trial. In your weakest moments, hold on to the promise that I am your refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. You do not have to face your challenges alone. I am your shelter, your protector, and your deliverer. When the storms of life rage around you, run to me, and you will find safety and strength. I am your strong tower, your place of refuge, and I will never let you down. Remember, too, the promise that I will supply all your needs according to my riches in glory. You may feel that you are lacking, that you do not have what it takes to get through, but I am your provider. I will give you what you need when you need it. Whether it is strength, wisdom, courage, or peace, I will supply it in abundance. You do not have to worry about tomorrow, for I am already there, preparing the way for you. My beloved, these promises are not just words. They are my commitment to you. They are my assurance that no matter what you face, I am with you, I am for you, and I am working all things together for your good. When you feel weak, when you feel like you cannot go on, hold on to these promises. Let them be your anchor, your hope, and your strength. I am the God who keeps his promises, and I will never fail you. My beloved child, prayer is not just a ritual or a duty. It is the very breath of your soul, the lifeline that connects you to me. In prayer, you tap into my divine strength, drawing from the infinite reservoir of my power and love. When you come to me in prayer, you are not just speaking words into the air. You are entering into a sacred conversation with the Creator of the universe, the one who holds all power in his hands. Prayer is your direct line to me, your way of accessing the strength you need for every situation. When you pray, you are not just asking for help. You are aligning yourself with my will, my purpose, and my power. You are opening your heart to receive the strength that I long to pour into your life. Prayer is where your weakness meets my strength, where your needs are met by my provision, and where your fears are calmed by my peace. Do not underestimate the power of prayer, my child. It is through prayer that mountains are moved, that chains are broken, and that miracles are released. When you pray, you are not just speaking into the void. You are engaging with me, your heavenly Father, who delights in answering the cries of his children. Every prayer you pray is heard, and every prayer is answered in my perfect timing and according to my perfect will. In your moments of weakness, when you feel like you cannot go on, turn to me in prayer. Pour out your heart to me, for I am listening. Bring your fears, your doubts, your worries, and your struggles to me. In prayer, you will find the strength you need to keep going, to persevere, and to overcome. My strength is made available to you through prayer, and it is more than enough to meet every need. Prayer is not just about asking for things. It is about connecting with me, building a relationship with me, and drawing near to me. It is in the intimacy of prayer that you will discover my heart, my love, and my strength. When you spend time in my presence, you will be renewed, refreshed, and empowered. You will find that my strength is not just something you tap into. It is something that becomes a part of you, sustaining you from within. My child, make prayer a priority in your life. Let it be the first thing you do when you wake up and the last thing you do before you go to sleep. Let it be your constant companion throughout the day, your refuge in times of trouble, and your source of strength in times of weakness. Through prayer, you will find that you are never alone, that my strength is always available to you, and that I am always with you. Do not wait until you are at the end of your strength to pray. Come to me in prayer every day, and you will find that my strength is more than enough for whatever you face. I am the God who hears your prayers, who answers your cries, and who gives you the strength you need to live victoriously. Tap into my divine strength through prayer, and you will find that there is nothing you cannot overcome with me by your side. My beloved child, you were never meant to walk this journey of life alone. I have created you for community, for connection, for relationships. There is strength in community, in coming together with others who share your faith, your struggles, and your hopes. When you lean on others and allow them to lean on you, you are tapping into a source of strength that is both divine and human. In community, you find encouragement, support, and accountability. You find others who understand what you are going through, who can lift you up when you are down, and who can share in your joys and your sorrows. I have designed the body of Christ to be a place of refuge, a place of healing, and a place of strength. When you are part of a community, you are not just a lone individual. You are part of something greater than yourself. Do not isolate yourself in times of weakness, my child. The enemy wants nothing more than to keep you alone, to make you think that you have to face your struggles on your own. But I have called you to be part of a community, to lean on others and to allow them to lean on you. There is strength in numbers and there is power in unity. When you come together with others in my name, my strength is multiplied among you. In community, you will find that I am present in a unique way. When two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. My strength flows through the bonds of fellowship, through the prayers that you offer for one another, and through the love that you share. When you are weak, your community is there to lift you up, to carry your burdens, and to remind you of my strength. Do not be afraid to ask for help, my child. It is not a sign of weakness to lean on others. It is a recognition that you were never meant to do this alone. When you allow others to come alongside you, you are opening yourself up to the strength that I provide through them. And when you offer your strength to others, you are being my hands and feet, my love in action. Remember that you are part of a body, and each part of the body is needed. When one part is weak, the other parts come to its aid. When one part is strong, it strengthens the others. This is the beauty of community of the body of Christ. You are not alone, my child. You have a family, a community, a body that is here to support you, to strengthen you, and to help you grow. Lean on your community and let them lean on you. Together, you will find the strength to face whatever comes your way. Together, you will experience my presence in a powerful way. Together, you will be a witness to the world of my love, my grace, and my strength. There is strength in community, my beloved, and in community you will find me. My beloved child, I know that you have felt weak, that you have faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, and that you have struggled under burdens that felt too heavy to bear. But I want you to know that these moments of weakness are not the end of your story. They are the beginning of your transformation. I am the God who turns weakness into strength, who transforms trials into triumphs, and who brings beauty out of ashes. When you bring your weakness to me, you are opening the door for my strength to enter your life in a powerful way. It is in your weakness that my strength is made perfect. When you are at your lowest, that is when I can lift you up the highest. When you feel like you cannot go on, that is when I carry you forward. Your weakness is not a limitation. It is an opportunity for my power to be displayed in your life. Do not be afraid of your weakness, my child. Do not see it as a flaw or a failure. Instead, see it as the place where I am working the most. I am taking your weakness and turning it into strength. I am taking your pain and turning it into purpose. I am taking your trials and turning them into testimonies. What the enemy meant for harm, I am turning into good. Rising above your circumstances does not mean that you ignore them or pretend that they do not exist. It means that you bring them to me and allow me to give you the strength to overcome them. It means that you trust in my power more than in your own, that you rely on my strength rather than on your own abilities. It means that you look to me as your source of strength, your source of hope, and your source of victory. Transformation is a process, my child. It does not happen overnight, but it is happening. Every time you choose to trust me in the midst of your weakness, you are being transformed. Every time you turn to me instead of giving up, you are being strengthened. Every time you rely on my power instead of your own, you are rising above. You may not see it right now, but I am working in you. I am transforming you from the inside out. I am taking the things that you thought would break you and using them to make you stronger. I am turning your weakness into strength, your pain into purpose, and your trials into triumphs. You are not who you used to be, my child. You are being transformed by my power, by my love, and by my grace. Rising above does not mean that you will never face challenges again. It means that you will face them with a new strength, a new hope, and a new confidence in me. You will rise above because I am lifting you up. You will rise above because my strength is working in you. You will rise above because I have already overcome the world, and in me you are more than a conqueror. My beloved, embrace the transformation that I am working in you. Do not despise your weakness, for it is the very thing that is leading you to my strength. Do not fear the challenges ahead, for I am with you, and I am for you. You are rising above, my child, and nothing can hold you back. Trust in me, lean on me, and you will find that my strength is more than enough for whatever you face. My beloved child, as you continue on this journey, I want you to live each day in my strength. Do not rely on your own abilities, your own understanding, or your own power. Instead, draw from my infinite well of strength, and you will find that you have all that you need to face whatever comes your way. I am your strength, your shield, and your refuge. In me, you will find the power to live victoriously. Living in my strength means that you begin each day with a heart of trust, knowing that I am with you, that I am for you, and that I am working all things together for your good. It means that you turn to me in prayer, seeking my guidance, my wisdom, and my strength. It means that you trust in my promises, knowing that I am faithful to fulfill them. It means that you walk in the confidence that comes from knowing that I am your God, and you are my child. Every day is an opportunity to experience my strength in a new way. Whether you are facing challenges, making decisions, or simply going about your daily routine, my strength is available to you. You do not have to do it alone, my child. I am with you, I am for you, and I am working in you. When you feel weak, I will be your strength. When you feel tired, I will be your energy. When you feel overwhelmed, I will be your peace. Walking daily in my strength means that you acknowledge your need for me in every moment. It means that you do not try to do things in your own power, but that you rely on me. It means that you let go of the need to control everything and trust that I am in control. It means that you allow my strength to flow through you, to sustain you, and to empower you. My child, I have given you everything you need to live a life of victory. My spirit is within you, my word is your guide, and my strength is your source of power. You are not alone on this journey. I am with you every step of the way. When you face challenges, remember that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that my peace is available to you. When you feel like you cannot go on, remember that I am carrying you. Living in my strength is not just for the big moments. It is for every moment. It is for the mundane tasks, the daily routines, and the ordinary days. It is for the moments when you feel strong and the moments when you feel weak. It is for the times of joy and the times of sorrow. My strength is available to you at all times, in all situations, and in all circumstances. My beloved, make it your daily practice to draw from my strength. Spend time in my word, in prayer, and in worship. Surround yourself with others who will encourage you, uplift you, and remind you of my strength. And above all, trust in me. Trust that I am with you, that I am for you, and that I am working in you. When you live in my strength, you will find that there is nothing you cannot face, nothing you cannot overcome, and nothing that can stand against you. You are strong, my child, not because of who you are, but because of who I am in you. Walk daily in my strength, and you will live a life of victory, of power, and of peace. I am your God, and you are my child. In me, you have all the strength you need. Live in that strength, walk in that strength, and you will see my power at work in your life every day.